Welcome to Sharks in the Arts. I'm Danna Bertel, and here with me is Angelica Zadak, NSU Alumni and Adjunct Professor. Welcome, Angelica.
Hi, Donna. Nice to be here.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
What are your connections to NSU?
Well, my connections to NSU, like you said, I'm an adjunct professor here in improv and comedy. Those are Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the classes are fantastic.
What is Improv Jam at NSU?
So when we have the NSU Improv Jam, it's students. People, this is me talking as an older person now, in hindsight, but it's students looking at, new adults looking at the world today. What do they think about the world today and their relationship to the world today? And they're writing that script. They're telling their story. They're speaking from their own voice in real time, right there on stage, saying it how it is. But it's funny. I promise you, it's so funny. There's that serious part of it, and it's really funny too. So it's great.
How did Improv Jam begin?
How did Improv Jam begin? That is a great question. And I don't have the answer to that. I should do some fact checking because it is a pretty momentous event. I know for a fact it started with Mark Duncan. Mark Duncan loved comedy. He loved the arts, the theater here at NSU and the theater department. That was mostly Mark's doing. So we got lucky that he brought in his passion and his know-how, extreme know-how, into the Improv Jam.
What made this Improv Jam different from past ones?
This Improv Jam was incredibly special because it was in the honor of Mark Duncan and for the Mark Duncan Endowment Fund. So prior to the show this year, we did have a reception that showcased all of the arts. So visual arts, drawing, sketch drawings, a hologram, and showing statues at every angle through these holograms, and choreographers, the incredible choreographers that are professors, faculty here that make those shows come to life, the musical directors, music, just showcasing all that, everything that NSU has to offer in regards to the arts. That was all Mark's baby. Mark wanted this to happen. Mark had this vision and it came to life, and we finally get to honor him through this performance. This was a way to hopefully make him laugh from the great beyond.
What is the Mark Duncan Endowment?
The Mark Endowment Fund, Duncan Endowment Fund, it is a way for students to have access to the arts, have access to professionals in different factions of the arts, giving them resources so that they can go out into the world as professionals and have these resources, have these connections, have this network of people that are there to support them beyond just the classroom.
Of course. How did the Improv Jam support the Mark Duncan Endowment?
So the Improv Jam acted as this place for us all to get together. I feel like the Improv Jam was really a place for us to really honor his memory. The students did a fantastic job. I must highlight the students. They were wonderful, and people were talking about them for hours. Trust me, I was there in the parking lot for hours talking about how fantastic the students were. And that's, I think, what Mark would have wanted, to show off these incredible skills, these people showing off what they love, making each other laugh, making the audience laugh. And Mark has had his own special sense of humor, and it's cool to see everyone discover their own sense of humor through this thing that he really created.
Any last thoughts?
Well, I think I want to think back about Mark. Mark, a lot of people now don't know who Mark was. And I think it's important to bring in some of his sense of humor and talk about some of my memories. And I feel like everyone has their own special, specific memory of Mark. One of my favorite memories of Mark is really walking down from the improv class to my other class. And during those walks, we would talk. We're getting a sense of each other. We were feeling each other out. And we kind of connected. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know where I was at all. You know, as a freshman, you have a plan, but you're not sure if the plan is right. You're just testing this out. You know, this is your first time out into the real world. And so Mark and I would talk about what my plan was, what I wanted for my future. And we would laugh about little things. He would pick on me for something that I had a plan on for my future, and then I would pick on him back. And he was great in that way because he brought humor into every conversation. It was just great. All of those conversations with Mark, all of those times that he listened, he did that with everyone. He listened. He heard out what your plan was. He didn't necessarily try to steer you in a direction he thought was best for you. He steered you in the direction he thought would fulfill your dreams, fulfill your wants for the future, fulfill you as a person. And that was the incredible thing about Mark.
Thank you, Angelica. Those were some beautiful words.
Thank you, Donna. Thanks for having me. Thank you for listening.
Of course. Coming up in the arts is Senior Showcase Art Exhibition and Gruesome Playground Injuries. This has been Sharks in the Arts. I'm Danna Bertel. See you next time.